Ready?
Hi, comic fans. How you doing? My name is Ugo Amadi, the creator and founder of Walla Comics. Welcome again to yet another video on the Ugo Creates and Comics TV. Today is the third video in the mini-series titled Making a Comic. And today we'll be talking on the topic like you see on the thumbnail, setting the scene. Now, the scene or a scene is a physical location where the events in a comic book, or a novel, or an opera, or a drama series, TV series takes place. So comics, how do you set the scene? How do you create that physical location? And there are two types for me when I'm creating a comic book for Heroes League Origin Volume 1, or when I close my eyes, or Ruthless and other books I'm working on. Now, the two, either it's a real place, that's a real IE country, city, town, or a made-up place. It's fiction, we're all talking about fiction, but a made-up place, a place you decided to make up for the purposes of your story. Now, for instance, you can decide to use a real place that exists, for instance, Kazakhstan, or fiction, a completely made-up place. For instance, in one of my books, there is a place called Kanzak. Kanzak is a completely made-up place. Now, there are pros and cons for each. Now, I'll mention one for each. Now, if you're using an already existing place that's a real place, the pro there is instantly, you don't have to explain, where it's located. You don't have to sort of give some exposition as to where it is in the world map, which country is close to. So immediately, that's easy for you, and your reader immediately gets into it. Now, so that's the pro. The con is you have to be very accurate in terms of how you establish the capital city and how things work within the context of that location. For a fictional place, a completely made-up place, like for me, Kanzak, it's the pro there is you have free reign to do whatever you want, to make the capital city be wherever it is, to make their religious belief whatever it is, and no one can fight you no one can really bug you or challenge you on that, because you've created something completely new, and your reader will buy in that way. But on the flip side, the con of that is you have to do some exposition. You have to do some explanation. And you could use the character asking, where's Kanzak? What sort of a country is Kanzak? And then another character sort of explains what it is. So you need to create that exposition. So that's more work for you as a writer in creating a completely made up place. So that's a con. That's a con for that. Now, also, I think apart from the physical location, as I've said in the definition, or as you see many definitions of the scene, also I think the time period as well. Let me know what you think. You can leave this in the comment section below. What you think about what you think about the time period. In the time period itself, it's a scene. For me, I feel the time period is a scene in its own right, because it sort of affects how your characters act within that time period. It also affects how you design your actual physical location. Because if you're talking about something that happened in the 70s, the way the building, if your story happens in the 70s, the way your buildings, be set up, and even if you're writing a real city, the capital city would have had to have changed. Probably languages were different, so that would affect, that sort of affect what you were doing. Now, for me, I also feel like you don't have to be 100% consistent in terms of if you're building a massive world, you don't have to be 100, you don't have to lean on one sort of type of scene. For instance, you don't have to go completely with a scene or a location that exists in reality. I.e., for instance, you could have Nigeria existing, you could have the US existing, and then you could then create a different country, maybe an island that is has some sort of proximity to the US. You could call it Jaffa Island. You could do it that way. And if you're going for completely made up countries, completely made up locations as well, you can also have the US, for instance, as as a scene in itself, as a physical location in itself. Now, even outside the broader scale of a continent, a city, also the scene could also be or also is a particular place, a particular place within a larger context. So it could be a room, it could be um, a lab, for instance, in the Flash story, where the incident happened, and then he got superpowers. That's a scene as well. In my own book, Heroes League Origin Volume 1, if you've bought the book and you haven't bought that book, go on Kindle and make sure you get yourself a copy of the book and read it, or you can read it for free as well. I'm trying to have it in the links, but I think I have to get some YouTube credit in terms of doing a couple of videos and all that, and to get those links up there. So I'll try my utmost to get the links in when I'm able to. So Brian Gillian, the character in my book, Heroes League Origin Volume 1, when his accident happened, there's a scene as well. So you have the largest scene, which is the country. It could be a country, a continent, time period, as I've said. And then you have the more, should I say, closer or smaller scene, which is where particular specific actions, happen or incidents happen. And now, just to say, for the next video we'll be having, for the next video, which will be the last episode of this mini series, I'll be talking about making a villain. And then after the video, I'll be introducing you to the characters that make up the Heroes League, which is to Killshot, Blast, Akina, Green Eagle, and Cybertech. These 5 characters that make up the Heroes League. So keep your eyes peeled for that, and then make sure you like this channel, you like this video, so I can continue to create more content. You can subscribe as well and share. Also drop a comment, things you want to hear me talk about, there's something that you're not quite happy with how I've set things on the video, and I'll get back to you instantly as well. So for me, setting the scene, so, and then we're done with that part. Setting the scene when you're talking about the more smaller place where an action happens. Setting that scene to preempt the action, you have to lay certain breadcrumbs. You have to put certain things for the reader to sort of get an understanding of, or sort of have a payoff at the end when things happen. For instance, if you intend for your character to get shocked, you intend for your character to get electrical powers, by getting electrocuted, you set the scene of probably have a loose wire with the electrical sparks crackling, and then he walks off, and as he walks off, he kicks a bucket containing some amount of water and water spills. So you're setting the scene, and then he switches off the light and goes off. Then later on, he remembers, focus on, he walks in and then he gets shocked. So setting the scene. So these are the things that make up the scene to my mind. The larger context of where the whole story occurs. So the larger country, and then the time period, and then the smaller particular place where an incident happened, and the little, what I say, not breadcrumbs, I think breadcrumbs is the wrong phrase, but the little things you put in place, to preempt an action. So if you want to hear me talk more on setting the scene, drop a comment in the comment section, and I would also get back to you on that. Now, you can follow me quickly for the video before I end the video. You can follow me quickly on Twitter at Ugo State on Twitter. You can follow Wala Comics at Wala Comics Uni on Twitter as well. Wala Comics on Twitter, and also Wala Comics on Instagram. You can also check out the website. It is www.walacomics.com. So, and I would like to know what you think about the intro to the video. If you've seen the other videos, you know there's something different about this one. So let me know what you think about the intro to this video. So just drop a like, drop a comment in the comment section below, and I will read every comment and get back to you. So this is me once again, Ugo Madison. Thanks for watching this video, and thanks for your support, and see you next time on another video on Google Creates and Comics TV.